Behind home plate, we bringing it to them all day. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Win or lose, we bringing it to you always. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Orange or black, we rebuild the pack. No matter where we at, you know we coming back. Section 336, we on this, so tune in. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Yeah, welcome to Birdland. You know what's up? Welcome to Birdland. Now, here come the boys from Section 336.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Baltimore sports fans of all ages, welcome to Section 336, Next Generation of Baltimore Sports Talk. I am your endearingly string host, Matt Soroka. As always, I'm joined by the button lover, Josh Soroka.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
I hope we get some good viewers because I guarantee we will be more entertaining than this baseball team right now.
Oh, I know. How do you complain about pitching when the offense cannot hit the ball?
The thing people don't tell you about watching a team that has no offense is it makes for a really boring baseball.
Yeah.
Can I just say that? It's just
It really
boring
does.
to see a guy strike out, pop out. It's not even, oh man, it's ugly right now.
No, and when you look, I mean, I hate to say it, the guy like Mateo. Mateo is pressing so hard right now, trying to get that first hit of the year, that he's just popping them up every time.
Yeah. This is turning into a gots to go situation.
For Mateo?
Yeah, I think so.
Gots to go, Mateo?
Yeah.
You don't agree? I don't think so.
Well, I was excited in the past couple of days, Josh, at the Toronto series. I was like, all right, like Hyde finally figured out how to use Mateo as a late inning pinch runner.
And that's what I don't understand is there's no reason to ever give Mateo a start unless someone's hurt.
Right. Unless Jackson Holliday has started 10 straight games or something.
Right.
But we're coming off of a day off Thursday,
a day off Monday,
a rain delay on Friday, a day off Monday, and now you're going to sit him? This is not a rest situation. This is I think Mateo is better against lefties than Holliday is against lefties. And I think that's nonsense.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, and the numbers, at least this year, would kind of support our argument that this is nonsense.
Yes.
Holliday, what other organization, Josh, would take an elite prospect who's off to a up and down start in his major league career, but an elite kind of one-of-one prospect and platoon the dude?
Well, I like to think that these off days are contract negotiations. That he's off because he's got to meet with Boris to figure out the extension.
I don't think that's happening, and so
I don't think so either.
So I'm calling Boris and maybe saying, "How come the Orioles don't play me every day?
Right.
I don't want to play for the next 15 years for an organization that doesn't want to play me every day."
Yeah, I don't understand the multiple.
When I try to sign someone on MLB The Show. And it tells you how likely they are to re-sign. And if you put them as a platoon player, their chances of re-signing go down. When I would put Holliday as either everyday or star, and his opportunity to go up. But the Orioles apparently see Holliday as a platoon. And so that thing goes down.
No, it's ridiculous. And it's this classic. I know you're saying it's about the splits. I think it's about. I guess you could define it as the splits, but it's basically, I think they don't look at anyone's performances that aren't on numbers. They don't look at if anyone's hot, if anyone's hitting the ball well. I think they just run it through the database and they don't give a bump to their certain starters. It's not fed that way. Everyone's an even, and they just say whatever the computer says. And Mateo got the start because the computer said so.
Or even like if you are, Holliday or Kerstedt, and it's April, right? Like my goal is these are two young players who've had tastes of the majors with mixed success. So my thing is in April, I want these guys playing every day.
Yeah.
If they're going to struggle in April, and let's work on it and figure it out.
If we're going to lose, let them play.
Yes.
Work it out.
Well, and that's the second thing. So my first thing is play these young players so they can kind of figure it out. So they're ready for. I mean, are we going to be still platooning Holiday in August and September? And when the playoff run, is Mateo going to play meaningful games
or
in September?
Yeah.
If we have meaningful games in September, the way the season's going,
is Laureano either going to even be on the roster?
So that's one thing, and the other thing is, yeah. But to your point, Josh, like I don't understand this. This is not hard. You lose with your best players.
And
your best players.
Speaking of, how about the other guy who it gets added to the lineup today for no necessarily reason? Gary Sanchez.
Oh yeah. And again, like I get that your backup catcher needs to play because Rutschman can't play every day. But again, I broke the schedule down to you of all these off days. Now, if we're in the dog days of summer and he's played, 7 games straight, yeah, play Sanchez.
Right. Yeah.
This is the beginning of the season. You've had 3 off days and like 3 game days. And so the only answer is it's not a rest thing, it's a platoon thing, which again, I'd rather just play the better player, but that's just me. Josh, I was talking to last week, my brother-in-law was in town.
Okay.
If I can digress a little bit. We were chatting. He's gotten super into running, and not just running like I like to run.
Like long distance running?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like crazy stuff. Like he was in something where they had it was like a half-mile loop, and it was like you run for 8 hours and see how many times you can go around the half loop. Like insane stuff like that. Like, and he does. Yeah, go ahead.
Your brother-in-law's always been a little bit into weird things like that. Like, let's try the weird path.
Yeah, and he does like half marathons and the full marathons, and like he was just like ran from my house further than I would be willing to drive. He's just like runs places. And anyway, I was talking about this. I was like, because this is like it started during COVID. He got really into running. And so I was asking him about like kind of like what is this thing? Because I don't really understand exercising, let alone kind of running for enjoyment.
Right.
Now he has 3 young kids, so part of it might be
is it a peace thing?
And he does. He said, I think we all need to have those things. Like he asked me what my thing was, which is awkward because I didn't know how to respond. But he's like, when I run, I just feel it's like meditation. I'm a better person, a better parent when I run. And then he said, like, Matt, like, what's that thing for you? And like the first thing that came to mind, Josh, is maybe sports. But that doesn't really make me a better. Like it actually makes me irritated.
MLB The Show.
It doesn't meditate me at all. It doesn't bring me peace. It brings me more anxiety and anger.
So do you have something?
Yeah, I thought about it more since the question. I didn't have anything to respond to him with at the time. I think like traveling. I think I really enjoy that. I think reading for me too, like reading books too, is another one that kind of brings my mind kind of peace and slows down my mind when I read. And even like weekend trips, and certainly like our trip to Boston, something I look forward to. I'm going to Tanzania this summer. So I think traveling and books would be the 2 things, and maybe a little bit video games, but I haven't done that lately.
Yeah. And traveling's good. That's definitely when you're forced to get away. That definitely helps. And I do lean on the video game sometimes to zone out. But I think that is also the why I still play softball at 45 is because that's my getaway.
Yeah. I'm trying to play with basketball with some guys. I used to do that. I'm trying to get back into that because I am anti-exercising, but I will exercise all day long within the context of a sport. Well, but competition.
Because that's why playing basketball or playing softball, that these things relax us and rezone us because we're super competitive.
Yeah. Like even Emily today, I went for a walk with Emily. And this is something she does. What's that? Did I win?
The walk?
This is something she does on a regular basis, like walks. And it's just and I'm trying to get into walking. And it's just like, I'm just kind of bored. Like, where's the action here?
We've been walking every day too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But we talk. It's not like a race or competitive. I don't look at it as it's not helpful for me. But I know she likes to walk and talk and we get quiet.
Okay. Yeah. And I listen. And I asked Emily. I said, Emily, afterwards, I was like, would you prefer to walk by yourself? Is that better? And she said no. She likes walking with me because it makes her go a little bit faster.
All right. So you didn't annoy her too much.
Yeah, because listen, if she was walking by herself, I don't care.
Where were the kids?
This was in the morning time.
Okay.
I actually came home for lunch, and then she was just about to go for a walk. So I said, hey, I didn't have any meetings this afternoon, so I took 30 minutes and went for a walk with her.
So they were in school.
Yeah, they were in school.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's what we do too. It's lunchtime.
Yeah, when you work from home, you can just.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. It is a lot more flexible.
Yeah. But that's. Yeah, I guess like walking is something a lot of people do to relax as well. Just find peace. Because right now the Orioles aren't doing it. At times the Orioles would do it. Right now the Orioles aren't doing it.
Right. Right now, how many Lego sets do you think Gunner's trying to do to straighten up?
Yeah.
Trying to refocus. Because yes, they're all pressing, and it's clear, and it's not working.
Yeah, the numbers just get uglier every day almost. I mean, the Jays series we just had was pretty good. Like even the game we lost. Like I don't know, that stuff happens, right? You lose late in the game, but still, you put up 6 runs, so you feel good about that.
That was the first game that I felt like, all right, this loss is on the pitching,
right?
Because every other time the pitching's falling apart, even like tonight, I can't be too mad at the pitching because the offense can't even score a run.
Well, was it Josh? Wasn't Saturday's Bautista's first save of the season?
Yes,
which shows that there's been no
2 weeks
close games.
Right.
That there's no close games that we're winning. So even when we have won, they've been by large more than 3 runs, and then the rest have been losses. So yeah, it's hard for the bullpen to lose a game when the game's not even really that close to begin with. But at least we scored, 11 runs in those 2 games. But of course, that wasn't good enough, so we had to come switch up our lineup on Tuesday.
Well, the switch, we actually kept the lineup. It worked. Imagine that. And now we switch it. And now last Wednesday we lost 0-9. And I think tonight we're going to lose something like that as well.
Hey, at least we got a hit. That's something.
We finally, we did get a hit a little bit ago. So we'll get there.
Yeah. Mullins has 2 hits tonight.
Yeah. Mullins still continues to surprise me because I keep expecting them to fall apart. And he's looking even better, I think, because everybody else is so bad.
Yeah, he leads the team in pretty much every offensive category.
And he just hit a home run.
Yeah.
As we're talking. So, yeah, Mullins is the guy.
Yeah. He leads the team. He leads the team now in home runs. He leads the team in RBI.
Yeah, with 4.
In fact, he's got, I think this will make 17 RBI for solo home run, right?
Solo, yeah.
So the next highest guy on the team has 8. So he's literally doubled the next highest RBI guy. He also, though, might be surprising, he also leads the team in walks with 10 walks.
No, he's having a great season.
Leads the team in stolen bases. Leads the team where you want to go, batting average.
OBP?
Leads the team in OBP.
Probably not slugging. Well, no,
leads the team in slugging.
Does.
Leads the team in slugging. Leads the team in doubles. He's got the most doubles on the team. Leads the team in OPS, over 1,000 now. So yeah, and I was talking to Silas. He's like, "How come Cedric Mullins? Shouldn't Cedric Mullins be batting leadoff now?" And I think you can make the case now, right, that he's back to his leadoff self. I don't know how long you have to see this before you put him back there, but
I don't know. But I do like Westberg at leadoff. I really enjoy that.
Josh, let me.
I was pushing for that for a while.
Okay.
So
Josh,
I'd like to see that. It's not working.
Josh, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I just want the listeners to listen to this answer. Josh, what are your thoughts on? You like Westberg at leadoff? You like that? What are your thoughts, Josh, on batting Westberg second?
But then I don't like Gunner fourth. I'll tell
you. Okay, but you can make Gunner 1, whatever. But then putting Westberg in that second hole.
Well, because I want I like Gunner in that second hole or Rutschman.
Okay,
I like Westberg, Adley, Gunner.
All right. Well, what are your thoughts on Westberg? Maybe let's switch things up. Put Westberg at the third hole.
All right. Who's your leadoff? Mullins?
Yeah. What do you think about Westberg at third? That to have some runners on to drive in.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What do you think about Westberg at the cleanup spot?
What are you talking about?
I just think, Josh, you love Westberg in every spot. I think you love Westberg in any spot. You say him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would love Westberg anywhere except for the
No, I've been saying for a while Westberg needs to be the leadoff and Gunnar in like number 3.
Okay. I feel like I've had a conversation with you where anytime Westberg's batting anywhere, you're like, oh, I like him there.
No,
I like him at third. I like him at cleanup.
No, you lost me at cleanup. I don't think he should be cleanup. I think he should be 1, 2, or 3.
All right. I'm starting to get on Silas on Cedric Mullins at leadoff train. I'm starting to get on that train.
I don't have a problem with it the way he's playing now.
Yeah, even against lefties, also, Josh. Imagine that.
Well, tonight was his first home run off a lefty this year.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think Jackson Holliday might go the whole season without a home run against a lefty. Do you know why?
Yeah, because Mateo's going to take off.
Because he'll never play again against a lefty. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, you can't. You got to let the kids play.
They took Charlie Morton out with 88 pitches.
Yes.
At least he got to pitch into the 6th.
Right. 5 runs.
Yeah. Any thoughts on your boy Mantra Hyde being? I mean, it seems like when guys get in the 70s, we're at bullpen warm-up time.
I think I think this is the whole team. This is the same reason Holiday's resting today. It's the same reason we're seeing Sanchez a bunch. Someone got into Brandon Hyde's head saying that his team went into the playoffs tired and worn out because of the long season, and he should have rested them more throughout the season.
Oh, it's about they're looking at kind of October?
Yeah, I think someone got in his head, and that's where they're like, well, we can't let the arms fall apart, so let's keep them to 70 pitches for now. I think it's trying to slowly build up.
Well, what happens when the bullpen falls apart and the bullpen gets tired, Josh?
Yeah. Well, the bullpen, you can Norfolk shuttle it. You can get by, I think, is they're thinking.
Hey, Jorge Mateo just got a double, Josh. Would you like to formally apologize on the podcast for anything nasty you said about Mateo?
Do you enjoy the new fishing celebrations?
I'm glad
they've been doing.
Yeah. I'm glad for the fishing. I don't really understand fishing. But they're into hunting and fishing. So I guess bring it. I mean, nothing says Baltimore like fishing. I don't know. But I'm glad they.
Well, I can think of a few more things that say Baltimore.
I know. I was joking. It's not really a city thing.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of country boys on this team.
Right.
I mean, it could be. At least they're doing fishing instead of the hunting.
Well,
with the gun.
Oh, I wonder if they're doing fishing because there was some pressure on them to, hey, we've got the bird bath. We got to keep it water themed.
Oh,
you got to stay by the water.
Oh, yeah.
You tried jet skis last year. It didn't work. Everyone thought you were riding motorcycles. Keep it straight.
Yeah. I mean, I love nothing gets better than the turn the faucet, then the sprinkler. That to me is the peak. But I'm glad they brought back the hydration station.
Yeah.
The Homer hose.
No, that is great. I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, got to keep that rocking. I'm fine with fishing.
Yeah, I don't.
What are your thoughts on, since we're talking about stupid things that don't matter?
Kissing?
Oh, Josh.
Is that you going in that direction?
I was going to ask you about the orange uniforms, but if you want to talk about a Hoffman kissing.
Yeah, the Hoffman blow a kiss towards the dugout after getting out of that game.
Yeah. Does he know that Mike Elias doesn't sit in the dugout?
Right. Did you see his post-game interview?
No, I didn't watch the post-game.
I just saw a still picture of it, and he had that arm so bandaged up. That arm's going to fall apart this year.
Yeah. For those listeners who don't know, the context is we were in negotiations with Jeff Hoffman for a contract. He failed the physical because we didn't like his shoulder. We thought his shoulder might have some issues. And so he took that personally, which is his right to do. Like if someone didn't offer me a job because, they saw my blood work and they saw the cholesterol number, then I would be mad too. And I might blow some kisses. So it's like his right to be mad, but it's just, it's more fuel on the fire. I'm a fan of that.
I hope that Mike Elias is the type of guy that will send him a package if as soon as he gets injured. Send him a box of Hershey Kisses.
There's only one person on this podcast who once wished for players to get injured, and that host is not me. Okay, there's only one host who ever wished for player injuries, and the host isn't me.
I would never do that for a baseball player.
Yeah. However, with that said,
and I learned my lesson.
Yeah, with that said, I would never wish for a player to be injured. With that said, it would be, somewhat, the karma would be kind of this sweet justice for blowing a kiss if we blew out his shoulder. I'm just saying, I'm not rooting for it, but if it does, I'm going to say, oh, I wish Hoffman a speedy recovery. And then secretly in my head, I'm going to laugh really hard and really loud for a long, long time. But we'll see. I'm into Josh. I'm into instigation. I'm into rivalry. I'm into there's not enough bench clearing in today's game. No, so I like it.
That's what irritates me about Brandon Hyde.
Well, he got tossed out, Josh. Weren't you happy? He got tossed out.
I was, but when he should have been tossed out? That game last week with the Diamondbacks or was it Diamondbacks? What was the game? Not the Diamondbacks. The game where the ball was hit to left field and no one called the catch, where the umps just all stood around.
Oh, yeah. That's a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted him to be tossed out of.
No, but this one was pretty egregious. Westberg twice called out.
Yes.
It's your boy Westberg, Josh.
Yes.
Defend your boy Westberg. Called out twice on balls that were not even close. Clearly balls, and he was called strike 3 on him. So that was outrageous. And I'm glad that your boy Hyde got it. And it wasn't an impressive toss out. He was out there for about 5 seconds.
Right.
It was out of his comfort zone. He needs to read that Earl Weaver book, The Last Manager.
Earl Weaver.
Yeah. But he was out there for a good 5 seconds, shouted some things, said, "Sir, I disagree with the call." And they tossed him. And so at least he could say he got tossed one time.
All right.
Hey, it wasn't. I thought Buck Britton would take over, but he's not next in line.
Who's next in line? Who was it that took over when he got kicked out?
Oh, should you put me on the spot here? It wasn't. Maybe one of our listeners can help us. It wasn't. It wasn't Buck Britton though.
It wasn't Buck.
Yeah. And I thought, and I don't know what Buck Britton's role is though.
Now, what is this? Here's an interesting article when I searched about Brandon Hyde's ejection. This is from motorcyclesports.net. So take that as nothing. But the headline says, "Tempers flare as Brandon Hyde's fiery ejection sparks rumors of Zach Britton's brother taking over the Oriole helm."
What? Zach Britton? Oh, Zach Britton's brother. Okay, Buck.
Britton. Yeah. But what a long headline to try to, I guess, Zach Britton. And where are these rumors even coming from? Would he listen to our podcast? Did he get our frustration out last week?
Yeah, I don't know. That was, I don't know. But at any result, it was good to see him called out. But it also made me this, whatever they call the challenge system for the balls and strikes after
ABS.
Yeah, ABS system. Like, bring in the ABS system now. Yes. I don't know why we're waiting for this thing.
I don't.
The bench coach. The guy who took over was Robin Chirinos. That's who took over. Former Orioles catcher, Robin Chirinos. I don't know why I blanked on that. Yeah. So Robinson Chirinos is next in line. I don't know when it comes down to Buck Britton when he's in line to take over.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that he. This is his first year as a coach. So I don't think that means he's like next in line for the actual job. But you're just saying in a time
when Hyde was ejected, Chirinos took over. Yeah. Because he's the bench coach. I guess the bench coach becomes. I don't know. Is that a rule, Josh, where the bench coach has to become the manager, or can you pick who in your staff takes over?
I'm sure you can pick who on your staff, but I bet that's just a baseball tradition that the bench coach is always the guy that takes over.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
All right, I'm gonna do some more research into this.
On the bench coach.
On who takes over and how much say do you have when someone's ejected?
Well, the bench coach, here we go. The bench coach is the manager's primary assistant, serving as their second in command. So yes.
But can you designate a new second in command if you're tossed out? Can
but why would you want to? The whole reason that you pick him as your bench coach is to be your second in command. That's like can the president pick someone besides the vice president to be president?
Yeah, I think that's a legit question. Like if can you say in the case of my now, but you can't in that situation.
I think you can.
No, the vice president has to take over. You need to go back and look at your constitution, Josh.
Well, this says is often serving as their second in command. So I think you could change it up.
Oh.
But that's we're on quite the tangent. That's the type of Orioles week it's been. Just a lot of bad news.
Well, and a lot of off days in our defense.
Yes.
3 off days. And
yes,
we have
and
2 games of the Blue Jays series to talk about. Yeah. Josh, if you look at, and you're right, that the issue with this team, not to belabor the point, but is hitting. And
yes,
we talked about bold predictions and stuff. And I was, in my head, I was thinking, our pitching is going to be a little bit up and down, inconsistent, our starting pitching. And I'm here for that. That's fine. I get it. But I thought our offense would sustain us. Right now, if you look at offensive stats, look at something like OPS, right? On base plus slugging shows you how, if we're hitting the ball well, if we're getting on base. You know where the Orioles rank in all of baseball?
Where?
22nd. That's not good.
No, that's not good.
If you look at something specific like home runs, we're 18th. If you look at something like OBP, on base percentage, we're 23rd. We're in the bottom third in pretty much every offensive category.
Well, you know who could help offensively? Have you paid attention to Kobe Mayo, who is on fire right now?
I just saw a tweet that in a series he got on base or got a hit every single at bat. Something like that.
He is 7 for 16 with 3 extra base hits, 6 RBIs, 5 walks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think it might be time for Mateo down, Mayo up, because something's got to get. And I know Mateo just got his first hit tonight. Congrats.
Yeah. Though I don't want to, put our starters off the hook here either. If you look at pitching, Josh, do you know where our starting pitching ranks in all of baseball?
18.
Try 30 out of 30 teams.
No. I tried to be nice and put them in the middle.
An ERA of 5.30. Let's just say today, Charlie Morton, he gave up 5 runs, and his ERA went down. Okay, we're in that kind of situation.
Right.
We have a team ERA of 5.30. Though if you look at the bottom 4 teams, it's kind of wild. We're the last team in team pitcher ERA of 5.30. Then it's the Yankees, second to last, 5.17. Who would have thought that? And then the Pirates, who have Paul Skeens, is supposed to have a good starting staff. They're third to the last, 4.81. And then the Diamondbacks, 4.78. And they shut us out. So our Diamondbacks, the worst starting pitching staff, and they shut us out.
Right. Well, it's interesting if you look at the entire American League, only one team has 10 wins. Like everyone's battling around 500.
So what does that tell you?
Parity. I mean, everyone's off to a slow start.
If everyone's off to a slow start,
it tells you. Well, it tells you that you're not out of it. It's not like this bad April is going to kill us.
Yeah, I mean, we must be 6 games out of first place, 7 games out of first place,
2.5. Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah. I get your point.
There's going to be times in July that we might be 2.5 out, and we're gonna act like the sky is falling. Well, maybe because it's July, but like it's just so funny how we're only a couple weeks in and we've been complaining about this offense for 2 weeks now.
Well, it does feel bad. Like if you were asking me too, like the run differential. What was this game number 16? Our run differential. It seems like we're like losing 8-1, 6-0 a lot. I would say we're like minus 30 in run differential.
Or minus 6.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. And
it does feel worse, I think, than it is. I think it's fair.
Well, and that's also the frustrating part is many of these losses have been close. Where our pitching, we complain about our pitching, they've kept them down to 3-4 runs. So the pitching has kept the games within reach. There's only been a few times it's been 5 or more runs.
Hey, while you were talking, I pulled up the standings. I'm on at MLB.com.
Yeah.
/ or / I don't know what the difference is between a / and a /. Standings / or /.
Okay.
And they have this new thing. I've never seen this before called X-WL.
Yes.
And it's the expected win-loss record based on runs scored and runs allowed.
Yes.
Are you aware of this?
I see it. Yeah.
All right. I just never noticed this before as a thing.
I don't know how it works because it's when you look at the numbers, it's not on what they projected, like on paper or whatever. Like if you look, it says our XWL is 7-8, but we're 6-9. So it's not like it's that far off. And it says the Yankees who are 9-7, the expectation is 10-6.
Is this like overall? Is this like just looking at the run differential, or is this kind of game by game?
I assume it's game by game.
You know what? I want to see a set. I want to see a UWL, and that's kind of based on the umpire, because I think we've been screwed by the umpire too. Pretty good here to start the season.
Let's see. It's number of games the team should have won based on the number of runs scored. Let's see. It is runs scored divided by runs scored plus runs allowed.
Yeah, you were looking at the. I don't know what that means. You were looking at the American League, Josh. Yeah. I'm just looking at this. We're looking at standings now, and I'm sorry, listeners. We're just doing this live. Look at standings, and the American League. There are only 3 teams.
No,
who are in the positive run differential.
Yeah.
All the other 12 teams are in the negative run differential. Only 3 teams, only the Yankees, the Rays, and the Tigers are in positive run differential territory.
Right.
Isn't that kind of wild?
Well, it's interesting because we always said April was going to be our tough month. Even with the slow start, just the type of people we were playing. But it can't be that way for the entire league. Be that much out of it.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that it's the complete opposite if you go to the National League.
Right, of course, because if we're negative, someone's got to be positive, and they're all in the National League.
Yeah, well, and they're all over there. Like the American League, we have one team with 10 wins. On the National League, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 10 or more wins. The Padres have 14. The Giants have 12. The Dodgers have 12. The Diamondbacks have 10. And that's all in one division.
Yeah, they would all be in first place in the AL East.
Yes. Well, they'd all be first place in any American League team, any elite division. So it's interesting. And that's what happened. We just played Arizona. They took care of us.
Well, we also, at some point, if you look at the standings now, we need to play the Rockies at some point.
Yes.
The Rockies at minus 46 are 22 runs. Josh, how do the Rockies, how do they only have 43 runs, which is by far the lowest number of a run scored in the league, by far, and they're playing in Mile High Stadium? How does that work? Only 43 runs scored.
I would look at who they've been.
There?
Well, when you look at who they're playing, I know they're playing the Dodgers tonight. So they've been in a series with the Dodgers. They played the Phillies. They played the Athletics. That was probably their 3 wins. They played the Brewers. They played the Padres. Like they have a tough schedule.
Yeah. Well, that's also why the Padres have such a great run differential. I bet if you look at the highest run differentials and line them with the Rockies, there's a direct correlation there.
Yeah.
All right.
I bet you the Padres they probably played the Padres and the Athletics.
Yeah.
To get that.
All right. Getting back to the Orioles, Josh. the offense. So it's not just my point is this is where we started with their starting pitching being near the bottom. And by the way, if you want to say, well, what about the bullpen? Just to finish kind of off this conversation, it's not like the bullpen is that much better. We're like middle of the pack. We're 13th.
Right.
Though the interesting thing about the bullpen is there's been guys that have been really, really good and solid, and other guys that have just kind of been a train wreck, right? Like, for example, just looking kind of this season, I think guys like Matt Bowman has been good. Cano has been on another level, excellent. Cano has been amazing. Anthony Dominguez has been great. That back end of the bullpen, even Soto has been good for the most part. Brian Baker has been really good. We'll see how long that lasts. So the back end of the bullpen is really good. But there's also been guys who've just, I don't know what's going on. Cionel Perez, is he injured? Like, what's going on with Perez?
Yes. Well, isn't that's maybe why we signed that other free agent?
Oh, yeah, we just picked up. Who did we just pick up?
I'll pull his name up. But it might be part of the
we
fact
just paid him off from the Twins off waivers. I saw.
Yeah, and it might be because exactly that.
Is he a lefty?
Let's see, Chadwick Trump.
Okay, what do we know about him?
He's a catcher. So that's not the guy we're looking at.
I thought he was not a pitcher.
No, Scott Blewett. Scott Blewett is a right-hander reliever that we got off waivers off the Twins.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
So we also signed Chadwick to a minor league.
His name is Scott Blewett.
Scott Blewett. Yeah. So let's look forward to him coming in the game and Blewett.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't blow it. Yeah.
Blewett.
Yeah, that's a situation where if you're a pitcher, if you're a reliever, that's a situation where I seriously consider the name change. I don't think it's that hard to change your name.
No, I don't
in
think
2025. I think it's just some paperwork involved. I know here at Mercer, it's very easy.
Now
kids do it all the time. Change your name.
We did release tonight left-hander Luis Gonzalez when we signed Scott Blewett. Gonzalez was currently injured, so they can't just put him on waivers. So he's just released.
Okay, Luis Gonzalez, not the Luis Gonzalez of the Diamondbacks, the World Series hero of the Diamondbacks. Okay.
Let's see. No, he made his professional debut with the Phillies back in 2010, and he's been in affiliate ball for most of the past decade and a half. Also had a stint in Japan, Italy, and Mexico.
Yeah.
So we didn't see anything out of him, and we released him.
Okay. But he's hurt.
And he's hurt, yes.
Was he one of the guys that was throwing super hard in the spring? They all run together now.
He might have been because I guess the Orioles do hope to sign him to a minor league deal. Thinking since he's hurt, he'll be able to talk to everyone, but he probably won't not actually clears waivers until he's not hurt anymore.
Yeah.
The way they handle injured minor league players is a little different.
Would you ever go play baseball in Japan if you had the opportunity?
Sure, why not?
What would you rather do, Josh? Would you rather play at like the Aberdeen Ironbirds, making $15,000 a year, or go play in Japan making $100,000 or $200,000 a year?
Yeah, give me a year or two in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
You do the Adam Jones route?
Yeah, the Adam Jones route. Well, except that was a post-career.
But that was also like no one's paying me money here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go play in Japan and make money.
Right, and make some money and live that life and try that. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, I'm with you. Because it's just a situation of if you paid me to play sports every day, I'm pretty sure I would play it in any country. If you said like your job is just to play sports every day, I'm pretty sure I would do that in any country. Like if El Salvador came and said we want to start a baseball league, we have no players, we're willing to pay you like $100,000 to come play baseball.
Yeah.
I would do it even now.
Yeah, and if your catcher pisses you off, straight to jail.
You see, Josh, I wasn't going to get political. I'm sorry I used the term the country El Salvador. It's just within the news, so it came right to mind. I should have used a different country. I apologize.
No.
Hey, I'm coming on the the Michael Mara show.
Yes, on Thursday.
Yeah. So
have
listeners,
have you thought about what topics you want to bring?
Yes, we're just gonna do. How long is the show? It's like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna do hour and 20 minutes, all politics.
I don't think that's the way it's going to go. We've been enjoying a little break from that right now because Rob doesn't pay attention at all.
Yeah.
So, but no, it'll be fun because you'll be on for the whole show. Yeah. So it's like 4 segments. You've listened and
I got notes written up. I'm coming prepared.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got notes.
What kind of notes?
Well, just things I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about some stuff in my head. I haven't really shared it with anybody over the past, few weeks. But I'm gonna save it for the Michael Mara show. But it could fall flat. We'll see how it goes.
I was gonna call you out on the Boston flight stuff, but I think you made up for it with the booking the hotel room and getting that taken care of. Yeah. So.
Well, Josh, a game changer for me.
Yes.
Was actually your willingness to say you would eschew the Uber and ride on a subway with me.
Oh, well, see, I am willing to do that. I am also willing to pick up the Uber fee.
See, because here's the thing, Josh. I have never, and this is the truth, I've never ridden an Uber before. I've never done it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've never ridden a subway before.
I've done the subway. And I like
a kid wanting to ride it.
I like the subway. I really like because I don't have subways here in Macon. And I like the idea of being a man of the people, like a principal type of deal. But see, if we stay at a hotel and then we're together, and then if you get an Uber, there's going to be unfair pressure on me to join you in the Uber, because why would I, not split the fee of the Uber, or why would you not pay for the Uber and then me just join you, as opposed to, but then I feel like I'm breaking with a principle of mine to be the man of the people,
right?
And ride the subway. I do. I want to ride the T. I want to hop on that blue line wherever that freaking blue line goes, and I might go in the wrong direction for a little bit, but I'll just hop off and get back on the right direction, because I do that sometimes. But you said you're willing to go down there with me, so that impacted my decision making.
But I've ridden many subways, so I don't really see the big deal.
Josh, how about this? You can get a subway card for the day in Boston for $3. How about that?
Yeah.
It's not about the cost, though. It's about the principle of the thing, but just $3.
No, we will talk about that on Thursday, about the cost of things.
Yeah, that's why.
If you're being cheap or if you're being just frugal.
Because, we are. So I encourage our listeners to check out Michael Mara on Thursday, if not all the time, with Josh on there. But I'm going to share some financial stuff. And I got to tell you, it causes some, as one might imagine, it causes some anxiety, some strife, some angst in the marriage and in the family, my cheap habits.
Oh, well, don't worry, I'm going to bring up on there. Matt, who's your cell phone provider again? What type of glasses are those?
It took a little bit to get people on board with some of this. My Tello service have never been better. And I don't even know what these glass brands are. What are they, Zenos or Zennies?
Yeah, whatever. I use them as well.
Okay. And have you used Tello yet?
No.
Are you still being a sucker to Verizon or Sprint or T-Mobile or one of the big guys?
Yes. And they earn my love every year by saying, here's the MLB TV package.
Okay.
But, and no, Tello concerns me.
But it doesn't even tell it visible. There's a bunch out there that you can pay like $15 a month for.
Yeah, Mint Mobile.
Yeah. Now the thing that's I'm done with, not only do it Tello, is I'm on like a 2001 data plan, so I can't go over my
See, that's the problem. That's why I haven't tried Telos.
Okay, but that's my person. Like Emily, I put her on a $15 a month unlimited plan. I'm on the $10 a month limited plan. And I just make sure I'm usually on Wi-Fi, so it's not an issue for me.
We'll see. I do have to pick up some. You have to buy, when you travel, how when you go to Africa or whatever, you have to change like the SIM card in your phone.
Yes.
Now you just call.
That's what you do with Tello too, by the way. You have to change the SIM card. Yeah.
Well, now it's just like a number you type in your phone, and you don't have to put a physical card in.
Was that true?
Yeah, because I was looking at buying cards for a trip to Europe in a few weeks, and I couldn't figure out how to buy the card, and then finally I found, you just buy a code and you type it in.
Oh, that's cool. Is that
And
just a European thing? You think that's true in Tanzania?
It's a digital SIM card apparently.
Yeah, Josh, I'm taking 10 Mercer students to Tanzania this summer.
Yeah,
and I get a lot of questions. I tell you what, I get a lot of questions about cell phone access. And I get a lot of questions about vaccines. And I'm like, my response always is...
You don't worry. The two things you don't worry about.
Yeah, I was like, guys, I don't care, okay? And I can't care for you. So you're going to need to figure this stuff out on your own, boys and girls. You guys are in your 20s. Figure it on your own because I'm not going to help you.
Right.
Am I taking any vaccines? No, I'm not taking any vaccines.
Well, normally the vaccines, it's like they ask you or say you have to have these to get in the country.
There's none you have to have.
Okay.
There's some that are
recommended.
Like not even recommended. There's like one, like if you're coming from a country that you could be exposed to this, like yellow fever, right. If you're coming from a yellow fever country. And there is some question about the layover because if you're in a country for 12 hours and we have a long layover in Ethiopia,
is that long enough?
Yeah. Is that long? Yeah, I don't know. So there are some question marks there. But yeah, but kids ask me all these like logistical questions. And this is what stresses me out about the trip in general this summer when I take all these kids is I'm really good at traveling by myself. And by the way, the money and cheapness stuff, I'm going with another professor. It's already come up big time.
Already? What? Would you take them out to lunch or something?
No, just like our planning. I'm we're taking the bus that everyone else takes, the 12-hour bus ride, and she's like, "No, we're getting a private car, Matt. We can't take the bus." So why can't we take the bus?
Right.
But no, they want a private car, and then
now is that your college insurance issue? Maybe.
No, this is my other professor saying like we want our kids to actually have a good experience there,
be comfortable, and you want to be like, no, we want to be.
I'm like, no, like we're doing this the hardcore way, and even like where the hotels we're staying at, she won't stay at nice hotels. I want to stay at, very inexpensive Tanzanian hotels.
Yeah.
So it's already been an issue.
That's funny.
Like my lifestyle works really well for me. It doesn't work very well when other people are involved.
Right, and Emily thankfully has learned to deal with you and your style. I know,
but you still fight about it sometimes.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I was thinking because I am going to Europe in like 6-7 weeks, and we're doing 2 days in London, and I was reminded that
have you never been to Europe before? Have you?
I had a 21-hour layover in London about 12 years ago, and when that was when Michelle and I took a bunch of kids to Zambia. We had a long layover in London, and we did not book a hotel because it was like maybe it was 18 hours or something. It was not long enough to book a hotel,
but long enough to leave the airport.
Long enough to leave the airport. So we decided to go explore London, and then there's one part where all the kids were too tired, so we slept the kids slept in a park outside of Buckingham Palace while the leader stayed up and played cards and made sure the kids were safe sleeping. And I just look back at that and I'm like, I don't think I would let my kids go on that trip. And here's people let me take their kids. So I think
and those are high schoolers, right? They were college
high
kids.
schoolers. That was high schoolers.
College.
So you're going through the same thing, but at least it's college kids.
Yeah. Yeah, no. We went to London for like a week one time, and we stayed with friends there in London. And London was great. It was expensive, but it was great. Yeah. And we took the I don't know what's the not the T. What's it called there? The red subway.
What do they call it?
It's a famous name. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. But anyway, we took the subway everywhere. You'll probably Uber everywhere. That's fine. Each your own.
No, I already said we'll take the subway because I took the tube as well when I was
the tube. That's it. Thank you. Are you doing anything to prepare? Are you watching lots of episodes of Doctor Who or something to prepare for your trip?
No, I'm doing nothing.
You're watching what's it? Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey.
I bought a little selfie stick so that I can make some TikToks in London and France and Italy, which are the 3 countries we're hitting. So
okay.
We'll see.
Hey. as a note, I was listening to your own Michael Mayer talking about your translator. I also want to make a note that
my translation earbuds.
Yeah,
you have to talk about this slow for it to understand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't work well.
So, like, the person would have to be like intentionally speaking for
yes,
the.
Yes,
it's not like you can just talk in natural conversation.
Doesn't seem like that. It seems like it picks up about every 3 words.
Okay. Anyway, my cheapness. This probably won't come up in Michael Mayer shows. I want to say it now. Right. My cheapness does not extend to the. I would never, ever buy a single product on Temu. My cheapness does not go that far. Like I have lines, and I would never cross a line to shop at Temu.
I ordered a backpack off Temu today.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get a backpack too for my travels. I want to get
$17.
See, I'm not doing that, Josh. I'm not doing that. I don't know who's negging that thing. I think there might be some moral issues with that.
Well, there's a trend now going around TikTok where the Chinese manufacturers are showing us the Louis Vuitton bags they're making and saying, "Oh, a couple fell off the conveyor belt. We can sell them over here."
Have you seen? Is there like a huge markup now with the tariffs?
No,
on
there's
stuff
no
not
yet.
Not yet. It's probably still coming.
Yeah,
but even that 100% tariff, that backpack will now cost $30.
Right. Well, they somehow avoid tariffs, but they got their own law that comes into effect May 2nd or something that'll apparently destroy Temu. So we'll see.
Oh, really? Yeah. Temu's on the top. Good. I don't like Temu. This is the whole. Shein. Yeah, they're not. It's all too shady for my liking.
Which reminds me, I got to get my DH Gate order in this week. Get my Westbrook jersey.
Oh yeah, is that where you get all your stuff from?
That's where you get the knockoff jerseys.
Yeah. I'm cheap, but I don't mess with shady sites like that. I even stopped doing that shady betting site we used to use.
Oh, my bookie.
My bookie.
Well, you don't need that anymore now that there's enough legal.
Well, not in Georgia still. Georgia still. There's sticklers here still. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. Are we going to make a comeback in this game, Josh? Down 6-3. I didn't see how the other 2 runs scored.
Yeah, I can't. Some singles. I can't see it happening.
Where's that Orioles magic we used to have?
I haven't seen a glimpse of it yet. This season.
Yeah. Oh, also 2 more things before we get out of here. One, thoughts on the Orioles Orange. When is this? Fridays or Saturdays?
Saturdays.
Friday is the City Connects. Saturday is Orioles Orange.
I don't know if it's every Saturday, but I love it.
I think it's every home Saturday game.
Is it? I love it. I love the orange.
Okay.
I would like to get a pair of those pants. I mean, I'd like the whole outfit, but I'm sure I can buy the jersey top. I just would like a pair of the pants. I love them. They look good. And how great was it that the Blue Jays went along with it and wore their powder blues?
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It looked like the Dumb and Dumber out there.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Love that. And so I want to ask you about that. I also want to ask, Josh, have you already figured out a way to get the Orioles' first bobblehead giveaway, which is this weekend, and it's the owner, Rubenstein. It's his bobblehead tossing hats. Have you already gotten? Have you handled that situation?
I have the connections. I have not reached out yet, but I will be. I'll have to pick that one up this year. And I believe I'm arranging my schedule to be in Baltimore on June 28th for the Cal Ripken Jr. bobblehead.
Oh, really? That's the Iron Man bobblehead?
That is the Iron Man bobblehead.
June 28th?
June 28th.
That's when I'm out of the country, I think.
Yeah, you're out of the country. I am on my way back from middle school camp. So I think I can maybe stay an extra day, visit with Lauren Burt, and check out that game.
Yeah. All right.
You are completely distracted from Kersted's at bat, aren't you?
No, Josh, I'm irritated because this is when Kerstad always gets his at bats.
Yes, it's the best pitcher in the game.
Emmanuel Clase, one of the most elite closers in baseball. Let's give one at bat for Heston Kerstad.
Right.
Oh, and he gets out. Oh, this guy stinks because he can't hit a 101 mile per hour fastball.
Right.
It is one at bat. It irritates me.
It is irritating that he has to try to expect him to build anything coming off of the bench every 3 days for one at bat.
Yeah, it's okay. Holiday will bat next off the bench, so we can look forward to that one. He'll probably get next up off the bench.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Well, let's wrap up here so we can watch the end of this Orioles game.
Let's just assume the Orioles lost And hey, it's not something I'd mind being wrong about.
Yeah. Hey, and if you haven't yet, make sure you reach out. No matter how the Orioles are playing, we're going to be there Sunday, May 5th. Is that the right date?
May 3rd. Yes, May 5th.
Yeah, Sunday, May 5th. So go to section336.com.
I haven't ordered tickets yet. I'm going to order them in the next couple of days. So reach out right away and join us.
Yeah, and join us. Oh, and Chris that struck out against one of the most elite pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you expect?
I look forward to him batting against Class A again, maybe in 2 days. So that should be fun.
Right.
So make sure you get us tickets so you can watch us. You can watch with us, not watch us. You're watching the Orioles.
Yeah, unless you're a creep that's just going to stare at us the whole game, don't come.
I mean, if it's offense keeps them performing like the way they are, it might be more entertaining.
If you're just coming to watch us do this thing live, no, thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna bring the mic, Josh. We're gonna record live from.
Maybe we'll see. I don't think we'll record live that day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, you can like us on all your social media platforms. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and tell your friends about the show. We're going to be here, win or lose. Hopefully, some more winning coming up this week. You can follow us on X at Section336. You can follow Josh on X
at Josh Roca.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls. And as always, go O's.